Guys, it's starting to get into crunch time with this election situation. We're constantly getting new data and things are shifting back and forth. Feel free to like and subscribe and drop a comment. Let me know what you guys think about these trends that we're looking at. Getting into some more election talk. This popped up on my newsfeed. Harris is set to visit border, trying to cut into Trump's immigration edge. So during a trip to Arizona, Vice President Kamala Harris is expected to make her first visit to the southern border since becoming the Democratic nominee. Um, Basically, this is a stunt, if you will, by Kamala Harris to try to stem the bleeding that we've seen in really a lot of the recent polls here. If you go and you check out the Harris versus Trump average of polls in Arizona, there was a brief moment in time where Kamala Harris was leading in these polls on average. However, she has since given up that lead, and Trump has been able to consolidate a little bit. Obviously, we've seen this bounce back and forth numerous times. Um, but really, in this latest slew of polls, we've seen a general shift in the direction of Trump, and not a lot of strength on Harris's part. Trump has been absolutely hammering her on the topic of immigration, and Arizona being, one of these swing states that, it's been considered more Republican in the past. Shifting over to Joe Biden in the most recent election, really shocking a lot of Arizonans and the country. That race was decided by just a few thousand votes, could have gone either way. And if you end up losing any of that, Hispanic vote or suburban vote, you can really easily lose Arizona. And that kind of seems to be like the trend that we're seeing at this point. Some consolidation happening on the Trump side. And if you look at that trend versus like Michigan, for example, you see the opposite happening, really some more consolidation happening on the Harris side, positive things swinging in her direction. And then on the other end in Arizona, things positively swinging towards Trump and away from Harris. My feeling is that it continues to be that this election is very difficult to predict because it is so close and because of the shifts that we've seen on election day in all of the last elections, whether it be a red shift, a shift in Trump's direction, or a blue shift massively in the Democrats' direction, like we saw in 2022. Very hard to predict. But I go out on a limb and say I feel more strongly about Trump flipping and taking Arizona back, chipping into those states that he needs to turn back red in order to win this election. I think Arizona will be one of them. I continue to think that. Where on the other hand, I think state like Michigan, Kamala Harris ends up doing a little bit more strongly in and appealing more to those voters and hanging on to that state. So just some thoughts there. Trump surging in Arizona, where Harris continues strongly in some other states like Michigan. Um, and we will see how that plays out over the next few weeks and, of course, on election day. So let me know your thoughts, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.